This is something that people ask us as successful traders all the time. What was your aha moment? So I will start with Jess.
My aha moment, I'm still waiting for it. I've never had that moment in trading. It's always just been, like we were talking about before, it's always just been sucking less. And it sounds funny, but it would be, losing less and, maybe making a little bit more. And then, basically just like a stock chart when it curls. It was never like a eye-opening experience. It was just slowly not doing as bad. That's it.
That's it. So, okay. So now let's try to put kind of like the next part of that together. So for someone who's out there getting started and looking and hoping for the aha moment, what should they really be looking for?
I think they should be looking more at themselves and what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong. It's not that, just like any trader, we're not just like, oh yeah, keep trading as you're going red. It's finding and fine-tuning what we're doing day in and day out. And with that day in and day out, it becomes that aha moment that a lot of traders, they'll wait for, but they never actually see it.
Yeah. Okay. That's good.
I have a little, sorry.
Yes, please.
I have a little different viewpoint than Jess. I believe there is an aha moment, but it's not the aha moment. I feel like I had a lot of small wins. So I have a different way of looking at it, as in I had a lot of aha moments. And I think here's how you should look at it if you're beginning and trying to become profitable, is that aha moment isn't like, it's not like a 0 and 1. Like you either know how to trade or you don't. It's a lot more. You have to go deeper into it. So a small aha moment would be like, okay, do I know how to operate a broker? Do I know what a broker is? Yes, that could be an aha. Or that could be the difference between you actually making a tread forward, you taking that step forward into being profitable. So I would say few aha moments for me were, understanding like how level 2 applies with the chart. What am I supposed to look at within level 2? Or anything that would put me towards being profitable. But yeah, as overall, it's not really this one big yes or no question. I feel like it's it works on so many different smaller levels, like broker, being profitable, like finding the right patterns, finding what's working in this market, whereas what's working in another market. So I think that's how I look at it. I feel like it's a lot of little ahas, and it's a bunch of them until you become profitable.
Chris, but yeah.
Sure. I definitely had an aha moment, and it unfortunately took a very long time. If anybody watched my interview, my first day trading experience goes back to 2010. And that was also during the great financial crisis. And I just didn't have access to the type of education that I had to with Warrior and, all the information that's now available. And I remember just back then, just trying so many different things and trading small caps and large caps and ETFs, long, short, trading the news, trading earnings. I was just all over the place. And needless to say, I didn't find consistency with that. Now, fast forward, here 10 plus years. And one thing that I did very different this time, which was my aha moment, was focusing in on one strategy. And I decided on small caps. I decided on having a short bias. I decided on one setup, just one setup. And once I did that, it was, aha, okay. I can focus on this. I could see the variables. I could see what's working, what's not working. When I narrowed it down to such a specific focus, it was so much easier for me to optimize and understand and just look for that one pattern, that one setup, these same kind of stocks. So when I really, kind of just drilled it in, that's when things really turned around for me. And optimizing it and going through the learning pains of that one strategy were so much easier than just being all over the place and switching my strategy and just trying to do everything, just pulling out random tools of the tool bag. And, it seemed like the only tool I had was a hammer. And that's not the only tool I have today, So that was really an aha moment for me. And it was exciting when I found that consistency and I had the discipline to really just focus and trust the process. Because, you know, what's different this time is I can have a losing trade or a fairly large losing trade and not throw my whole strategy out the window, which was something I used to do going over 10 years ago. I'd be like, oh, this doesn't work. I need a different indicator, right? What's the next best indicator that's going to work? You know, so finding that just it all works, you know, just focusing on one and getting good at it was my big aha moment.
And PX is up right now.
Let's take a look at that.
You know, I just want you to know that.
Which ticker?
INPX.
ICX.
So George,
You've been waiting all day.
Oh yeah, I still
Yeah.
got.
It's a great short setup
I
right
don't like
now.
the. I don't like the time of day though.
But no, I agree. 229,
Yeah.
230, that time of day. I'm really careful. Yeah, that tendency to abandon and search for something new, abandon, search for something new. I've seen it in so many traders. There's a few traders I've met with just like perfectly embody that mentality of just every time they're emailing me, they're like, hey, I've got this new indicator, or I've got this new person I'm learning from, or I've got this new thing. Like, oh, you should check it out. If you use this, you would kill it. And it's like, I just, you know, just like we were saying before, like all those rules, all those indicators, I mean, even those are going to have losses. There's nothing that's 100%. So, you know, I don't know. If you make it overcomplicated, you have all these things to follow, or you're just jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing, you know, it's like always in hindsight. Oh, that works really well in hindsight, and then moving forward, it doesn't work as well. So then you switch to something else that's in hindsight, and then that doesn't work moving forward. You're just kind of you know, dollar short, and then a day late, or whatever it is, day late and dollar short. Okay, so let's see. What about, so heard from Chris, Amon, Jess, Dan. What about, are you in the middle of trade, or are you?
No, I'm just looking. I'm just always looking.
Yeah, just always. Yeah, the Watcher.
Yeah, sure.
Anyone seen the new Netflix series?
Oh, no.
Yeah, Watch right here.
All right.
Sounds creepy.
It's definitely not.
Is it a superpower or is it bad?
It's more like it'd be like, or it's
oh, it's not pretty dandy.
Sounds just like me.
I do like this level here.
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, aha moment. I wouldn't say that I've had an aha moment. What I would say is I noticed my equity curve going from the first couple months that I was trading negative to bottoming out to coming up to getting back to zero to being profitable, and then having my first red couple $1,000 month, having my first drawback and then getting back above it, and then another drawback and then getting back above it. That was the point where I was kind of like, okay, maybe I'm past the zero or the negative point at this point.
Yeah, that was almost the same as me too. It wasn't until I realized my account had, you know, built up that in the day I took like a big loss, I was, ooh, that hurts. And I was like, whoa, my account's still at like 45, 35 grand even after that huge loss.
Yeah.
Built it back up again, then that's like, wow, okay, I think I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just sort of...
You just start to have the confidence that, yeah, I never really had an aha moment that like I'm profitable now or anything like that. It's just I hit a certain point that I guess I feel like this is what I do now.
Yeah. Yeah. Max, what about you?
I kind of say similarly, where it's kind of like the small kind of fixes in it, kind of, I guess, in your style and stuff, kind of build into your confidence though too, that in turn essentially kind of build into one big aha moment in a way. So for me, for example, I mean, when I was starting off, I had a lot of winners, I had a lot of losers. The problem with it is that my losers were bigger than my winners. So it was really more so just figuring out how to manage my risk, in that even if it's just a 1-to-1 or even just a little bit closer to a 1-to-1, that I'd be able to find a way to make that work if I had more winning trades than losing trades. So it was really just a matter of finding
how to manage my risk, because everyone's going to take wins, everyone's going to take losses in trading. That's just part of the deal. So it's really just figuring out how to manage my losses and manage my risk. That ended up building my confidence into my bigger moment, I'd say.
Hey, I want to thank you for watching this episode. I hope you really enjoyed it. This channel has crossed over 1 million subscribers, and it's thanks to viewers like you. If you want to check out a couple other episodes that other traders are watching, you can see them listed right here. Thank you as always for tuning in, and I hope you subscribe to the channel.